Peace. This is Star with the Star Blooms. Y'all, 1043. Spirit be showing up for me. The irony of this message is the very thing that I'm talking about. Oddly, I'm sitting in front of one. Literally sitting in a parking lot of a church building. So I had an encounter today, and the thing that I love about just being myself is that I'm so free spirited that I basically I flow, okay? And it's not something that I've always done, but it's something that I've learned to become accustomed to because there is no coincidence and you always end up where you're meant to be at. And that's what happens with me a lot of the time. Today wasn't any different. I found myself being at multiple locations that I didn't intend to go to when I had previously left the house. And what happens as a channeler, as a medium, as a psychic, just being connected, sitting at the most high feet, the way that I do, staying. I like to be in the ethers, y'all. I'm an air sign, so it's like spirit be having to. I be giving activities for me to ground and get physical, okay? But I follow through, so it's like I'm balanced, so y'all could, go on somewhere with all that, okay? But basically, I'm gonna address it in two different ways. I'm not gonna talk about the low vibrational part because people be wanting the attention, but I remember one of the biggest things, I think I just stated it earlier today, was basically coming out of the church and recognizing, no, I didn't 144, I never got to post that, so I'll say it. And then 1043 again, what is going on? That is a long ass minute, y'all. What the world? Okay, stay focused. Mm. Listen, almost a 2 minute. Okay, I'm gonna stop. All right. All right, focus here. 211. Okay. Basically, I shared a video and I want to probably need to add a little bit more energy and a positive light to the message, which is probably why it got deleted. Um, when we have certain roots and foundations that we are building upon, and we don't necessarily feel so comfortable basically moving away from what we've been conditioned to do in tradition, a lot of the times we will stop ourselves, you know. And what I had recognized almost like 4 years ago was that I had silent protests that I was having internally that basically went against my inner authority in making decisions to operate in the newness that I knew myself to be cultivated in 303. And Spirit was calling me to basically be at the forefront of my own spiritual path, my connection to the Most High, and making it personal for me without feeling like I owed paying homage to what was before, especially if it wasn't working for me in my current space now, right? 1044. Within that rate, I basically, one of the biggest things was prayer, you know. Um, Creating and nurturing the space where I recognized I wanted to petition over my food, where I wanted to basically be at a rate over what I wanted to call in for my day, covering my baby before she went to sleep, so on and so forth. I wanted to be able to have things that I could be able, thank you, Spirit, the plane, listen, okay? It's signs all around you if you're paying attention, if you listen, okay? One of the things that I recognized was about 4 years ago, I was sitting and it was like blessing my food. And I stopped saying certain things because I was taught and I learned through connecting to myself through meditation that a lot of things basically, listen, I am transmuting some stuff sitting in this parking lot. Spirit is talking to me. Oh my goodness. Okay. Stay focused. Um, Stay focused, girl. Basically, y'all don't worry about me, okay? Because it's like sometimes people want to put something on you. Be free being yourself, all right? I'm here with me, and I'm here with y'all, and I'm gonna get y'all this message, okay? But anyways, I basically recognize how me altering these things, there was a hesitation in my spirit when I would basically go to teach my daughter these things as if I was doing something wrong because I didn't have the physical validation of my elders to basically say you could go ahead and do this. This isn't going to basically cause harm. I had to trust within my spirit, within my will, within what I felt called to do, whether or not the things that I was actually implementing with my child, creating our own foundation, creating our traditions, right? Um, and it was something that I worked through. Saying all of that to say this, okay? Um, when you have awareness, you get to operate from the space of your knowings because you gain understanding in the thing and in the place. All right. And the most beautiful thing about being in this circumstance, y'all, is that it does not require outside permission once you actually recognize that you've ascertained a certain level based off of you going within to integrate. Okay. A lot of the times, and I'm using their Wi-Fi. Listen, this is so disrespectful. I love this though. I love it. Do you hear me? Okay, 606. I love this. Like, spirit is like, you don't even know. This is work that is being done. Listen, God. Okay. Whew. All right. So basically, what I recognized was, and y'all cover and protect this message. Listen, spirit. All right, y'all cover and protect this message. Y'all better not let them cut this message off. Okay. Y'all stop waiting to go to a place to get to a certain rate within yourself. What I know to be 100% true, and nothing could come around me or within my vortex to convince me of anything else. 644, listen, spirit, is that if it's just me and a tree, if it's just me and some dirt, if it's just me and some air, listen, if it's just me and some water, if it's just me, listen, if it's just me, all right, within myself, and I have the sense to be able to, even if I can't speak, listen, even if I can't see, listen, even if I can't hear, all right, and I'm able to basically fortify myself in my mind, right, in my body, I can connect to the Most High. I don't need no church, right? And y'all don't get to decide for people where they get to basically have access to that which is within them. Y'all have to be able to be at a rate to where y'all start to recognize that some new thing came into town and it gets to be represented. Why? Because it's actually going to sustain and it's going to replenish a space that hasn't been nurtured that's necessary at this point. Which is why a lot of people are showing up at the rate that they're showing up at. Okay? Do not allow people to tell you that you need to digress, that you're doing the most, you're doing too much. All right? Because they are either doing too little, you know, or nothing at all. A lot of people weren't meant to change. A lot of people meant to be where they at. So it's like we don't gotta go on convincing people of anything. We just get to be at the rate that we are within ourselves. And it shows. It shows on you. It's an experience. Listen, okay? Be at the space where you recognize that what it is that you're cultivating matters more than what you feel like you're tearing down. Being able to be at this rate with yourself and not fighting it, not wanting to go against it is what we need at this point. A lot of people are here and meant to create the new. But if you're not allowing yourself to be that new thing because you're so scared of what you might be messing up that was or that isn't anymore. And I'm not saying that these things is gone completely. I'm just saying that everything has its place. And if you know that this is your piece, and you know that this is what you're cultivating within your spirit, allow yourself to do so and don't force it. The win, that's my confirmation, y'all. Peace, I love y'all. I hope this message, 909, I hope this message finds y'all well. Do it and do it fearlessly. And do not go against your inner authority, trying to please other people. Stand in your power, call your power back, and operate in the newness that you are here to cultivate always, okay? I love y'all. Peace.